The depots are at the core of Redisa's operations. Without them, tires will continue to fill up landfills. Transporters will have no alternative source of income, and manufacturers will incur costs on production of the rubber that is readily available in used tires. With the number of established depots that are in all 9 provinces, not all operate at their optimum level. This is primarily due to restriction of the location, reach and proximity to supply. With all that said, it is not impossible to imagine these spaces of operation at capacity. It has been identified that the larger financial reward in recycling really comes from manufacturing or upcycling in essence. Let's explore the thereto with the all-access permit we've been granted in today's episode. Welcome to another exciting and informative episode of PHAKISA. And as usual, I'm your host, Lerato Za. Now, I gotta admit that I am truly inspired and pleasantly surprised at just how broad the recycling world is. Today, we zoom in on Redisa and its depots. And to keep an organization like this running smoothly, you gotta have committed and dedicated employees. And one such person is Ubab Stanley.
My name is Stanley Mangwekhape. I was born in Central Western Jabavu. I was fortunate to be married to a wife who stayed next to me again in White City, Jabavu. I live with my wife, with her mother and my son. So we live happily here. Off namhlanje. Okay, ananya khona manje yathekela khona manje. Mangithatha nje ukuphuza leti ngihamba ngiyemsebenzini. I've been part of the youth that was able to see the 1976 riots. I live right across Morris Isaacson School, and we were fortunate enough to be able to have a museum. And if you go to the museum, some of my face and some of the interviews that I had with some of the various British journalists is there, stating about the 1976 riots and why were we part of that process. By then I was 13 years old. I definitely was not aware, but I was aware that we were fighting for Africans as a medium of instruction. But as I grew up, I understood very well that we were in an apartheid era where we had to fight for our rights, and we had to be able to get freedom. And I was part of that process. The fact that I'm part of a process that is empowering the community of Soweto and other communities around Gauteng, I'm happy to be part of that. I was part of the Soweto Technology Project. The Soweto Technology Project was a project that was run by IBM. What we did was to train teachers to be able to use computers. What we then did was to go out in the various schools, select the best. They had a Saturday school where we trained them on how to use computers. By then there was the University of Rao. We went there to go and encourage that university to take up students who are very, very poor, who are intelligent. But I'm hoping to, in the near future, buy a bigger place, because now I'm growing in leaps and bounds because I work for Redisa.
It's always great seeing bigger organizations taking to initiatives that support the idea of greening and push forward the concept of creating a circular economy. And whether we know it or not, we as consumers do affect that cycle. Atisibone enye organization ezuzayo kulo hlelo.
We are the designers, manufacturers and suppliers of the EcoWash mobile dispensing unit. The unit itself is a portable car washing device which will wash and polish a car using about 1 or 2 liters of water. A conventional car wash will take some 250 liters of water. The EcoWash unit is manufactured in South Africa and it's supplied to a number of businesses, car dealerships, and at the present we're undergoing an enterprise development program. People in big companies, dealerships in particular, realize that a wash bay spraying hundreds and hundreds of liters of water on a vehicle when in some parts of South Africa people don't have water to drink. So it's not the right thing to do. And I think all big companies are aware that we have to change the way we do things. It was founded before I was involved in the company about 6 years ago in Cape Town, but it's all South African designed with the assistance of a major universities in South Africa. As part of our offering, we deliver the equipment, we do the initial and ongoing training, we certify the entrepreneurs or washers as competent, and then we replenish the product every 2 or 3 months, depending on their cycle, so that they're always getting clean cloths, clean chamois. We do the warranty and the service on the equipment. We've been approved by Engen, Caltex, Shell, Total. We don't dictate pricing. We suppliers of equipment. The entrepreneurs, it's really their own business. Okay, this is the EcoWash mobile dispensing unit. On this unit, we have everything to wash and polish the car. The wash and wax is put in here in the mornings, and it goes into a reservoir. You have a plug, which you plug into a normal power source. Inside the unit is a pump and motor. It takes the product, mixes it, puts it into a pressure vessel, and this would then spray the product onto the vehicle, and that would last for about a week. You then have your heavy duty cleaner, you have your rim cleaner, and you have your tire shine. You have your sponge for the tires and the chamois leather for the windows. You then have 4 different washing cloths. You have a window cloth, you have a polishing cloth, you have a washing cloth, and you have rim cloth. It has a water reservoir. You pour 20 litres of water into this hole. It goes into a freshwater tank. It has a foot pump, which then pumps up the water. What the washer is going to do is going to apply the uniform application of the product across the vehicle, and the dirt and the vehicle separate. Percy's now going to start washing and polishing the vehicle, as well as doing the rims and tires and windows. What he's doing now is he's going to the heavily soiled areas of the vehicle. So he'll first walk around the vehicle and apply a heavy duty cleaner only on the soiled areas of the vehicle. Okay, fire it up, Percy. He's applying the product to the vehicle. On contact, the dirt and the vehicle are going to separate from one another. He's then going to take his washing cloth and a one-directional wipe. It's a Kunuba wax, which will give the car a nice shiny finish. Percy has now washed and polished his car. He's cleaned the windows, shined the windows, cleaned the tires, cleaned and shined the rims. It's taken him 16 minutes, and the car's been washed without a drop of water falling on the floor.
Why it's episode nya ka jeno go na le thuto e ngata jwang. I mean, the ideas are bubbling in my head. Hare papatsong hona jwale. In the meantime, wena nka pampiri le pene, because ho tseba mang le wena you might find an opening in this value chain. So senibone abantu abasebenza lapha eDepo, and mhlambe niyazibuza ukuthi le ndaba leyo recycle amatayara isebenza kanjani kahle kahle ngoba sihlala sikhuluma ngayo kabanzi. Now we want to show you exactly what happens to the tires when they arrive at the depot.
Please tell us, when did this particular depot, Yako Midrand, start operating?
We were the first depot to be open in South Africa. We started in 2013.
Please give us the specs of this particular depot.
This is the main depot where we transfer tires from here to the various recyclers.
Who are its main suppliers?
Owner-driver transporters who collect tires from dealerships.
Please explain to us again the life cycle of a tire from the time that it is abandoned.
When your tires finish, you go to the dealership. And from the dealership are brought by the transporters to here. There's recyclers who are doing quite a number of products where they burn these tires and do oil, diesel, and other products.
What makes the tire itself?
They still bend. There's also some cotton and there's rubber.
Please take us through the production process from the moment a truck arrives with a load full of tires.
We stack our tires in according to the health and safety regulations, ma'am. We demarcated our area 20 by 30. The excess tires, it's those tires that we need to always continuously remove so that we keep complying continuously. Process of us categorizing the tires, it makes it simple for us to be able to bale the tires.
What are your future plans for this particular depot?
My future plan is to create jobs, ma'am.
Thank you very much for your time again, Dr. Stanley.
Thank you, Mewaka.
Abuti Phineas, ke a thaba ha re joinile mona mo PHAKISA. A ko re bolelle hore o qadile neng ho bereka mo Redisa?
Ke qadile ho bereka mo ka 22nd of February 2016.
E le hore no etsang before?
Last year I was studying Kidira electrical engineering heavy current.
What is it that you do mona mo the depot?
Basically I'm just a general worker, but we don't have specific fields. Just multi-skilling people.
What have you learned since you started working more fielding AR recycling?
I've learned that waste can be made into work.
Yes.
Could be made into something. Because kilaki sheba can make chairs, a lot of sort of things.
Akomplele, what are some of the difficult parts of this job?
It's when you have a deadline, like when you find that the truck di fihla late,
Lastly, Abuti Phineas, what are some of the most rewarding parts of this job?
Basically, I could speak about Datuk Berkangliana Prasten. He's one of the people valoring. He's not just a depot manager. He's like a father figure, morona, a mentor. So yeah, what a motivator.
Okay. Well, I wish you good luck, Phineas, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, Bafethu is Katisa in Varahek Yaleviki. Last week's tip was really useful. I can't wait to get my hands dirty again.
Hi guys, it's Raps Bafui. Today I'm going to show you a very simple technique. Normally when you're at home, you need to store some stuff, like you need to keep them airlocked. Grab a plastic bag, you tie it up, and then you keep a tight knot. But the problem with that is when you need to open it, close it back again. So today I'm going to show you a very simple technique to keep your stuff sealed, airtight, and fresh. What we'll need is a plastic bag. We'll need a bottle with a screw on top lid. Of course, we'll need some craft knife and maybe some scissors. Now, the first thing we're going to do is to cut the bottle at the top, just below the neck. Go. All right, so now we're going to just put whatever that we have in the plastic bag. Today we're using some sugar. Must remember that we need to keep this airtight. So I'll show you how we do that. So now that it's tight, just spin it around so that it will be as easier to go through the bottle top. Okay, so now you get your bottle top, just open the lid. Right, simple now. Put it inside. Now you can undo the top of the plastic bag. Okay, and then just wrap it around your bottle top. And then you grab your lid. Then you just screw it on. And that's how you make a watertight, airtight, resealable plastic bag. You can use it as many times as you want, reseal it, open it. This was Raps Bafui. Count your blessings. See you on the dance floor.
Yazi, in just a few short years, the value and impact that Redisa has made is absolutely quantifiable. And mhlambi yazibuza now ukuthi, where to next? Well, have a look.
I think economic transformation is not an easy task. South Africa comes obviously from the past where black people were marginalized, confined in townships where the only real business you could run was a retail business. It is not an easy task. If anything, it requires of us to work much harder than attaining political freedom as it were, because economic freedom has various self-interest players. We need to be able to create a huge black middle class for this country to prosper. We need to create more jobs, but we need to focus more on creating entrepreneurs. Siyasiza imiphakathi, siyasiza amabhizinisi, osomabhizinisi particularly abamnyama ukuthi nabo bakwazi ukungena, bathole usizo, bathole ama-skills, bathole imali, bathole indawo yokusebenzela. So ukuze impilo zabantu ziphucuke, kumqoka kakhulu ukuthi sebenzisane nohulumeni, particularly kuma-townships nasemakhaya, that sisiza abantu babasemabhizinisini so that not everybody wants to go to the cities and towns, but we develop local areas. Strategy ka-Redisa it works because we identify amabhizinisi amnyama afuna ukuthuthuka anolwazi, laba ngenolwazi khona siyabasiza. Uhulumeni umela iningi labantu. Ibhizinisi ibhadala i-tax. Leyo tax provides the tax base for government akwazi ukuthi service abantu in terms of ama-needs wabantu, kube nebhedlela, kube ney'kolo. It won't happen unless there is a collaboration between government and big business. I think esamqoka is to see people smile, to hear people say, without Redisa, bengabe ngeke ngibe nayo ithuba lokuba nedepot, bengeke ngibe nalo ithuba lokuba nama-truck okudeliver ama-tires. We have positives, but we also have challenges in that we have individuals abayimisele sinalabo abadonsele emuva, but siyabasiza nakunjani ukuthi baqhubeke babe phambili, babe successful.
Bafethu mina, I am totally swayed. Like, I'm actually really impressed. Angazi ngani, but I hope your page is full. What I know for sure is that I am turning over a new leaf. Ungayindawo siyabuya khona manje.
Ke etsa art a yentswe ka dipampiri. Ke dula mo Mapetla, na le after school program tse ke di etsang with the youngsters. In this art out of waste, ke created different tribes that we have here in South Africa. The lady I'm working on right now, she's a Zulu, having a calabash in her hand. The whole skill started in prison, where I was sentenced to 4 years. We used to mix paper and soap. Even had a sponsor, Horkilo Feta, the studies tsaka ko Valtech as a ceramist. But kitse hase ki fitla ka montle, ka thola hore ke di challenges tsa material. Hanti ke tla khutlela back to idea and reuse ko prison. But now using iphepha nomdoko, that's the end result of it. Lento ingenze ukuthi ngaziwe umhlaba wonke today. Umdoko na uhlangana nephepha uqina ufane nebumba. Ibumba nalewa liyaphuka angeke uzulihlanganisa. But iphepha lami linedrad ngaphakathi. Nalewa kuba iphisinyana encane ye-crack kuba easy ukuyilungisa angeke usube ne-waste. Kisebenzise dikolo, teaching them about taking care of their environment. After nase ama-finished product are done, are sold at Vilagasi Street, Mandela's Place. Inzozo engiyitholayo nginomfana opendayo right now la endlini ngoba umsebenzi uba mningi kakhulu. Iphepha libaluleke kakhulu empilweni zethu, nami liyangisebenzela iphepha.
You know, tire recycling may seem a bit labor-intensive and well more suited for a well-built kind of brother, but there is actually space for abafazi in Redisa. And on that note, let's speak to Usis Vangi, whom is an owner of a depot.
Thank you so much for joining us here on PHAKISA, and thank you for welcoming us so warmly.
You're most welcome, Lerato.
Now, tell me, how did you come across Redisa?
We came across Redisa, I think, in 2014. It was advertised that, you know, there will be this stream of waste tire where they're looking for people to come in and participate. So we went through the normal process, put in an application. You know, it took plus minus about 3 months for us to know that we were successful with the application. And then 2014 November, we were successful and we started operating.
Was recycling ever a point of interest for you prior to doing this?
I don't think really that I was conscious, but I think coming into this space has really created that awareness in me.
How have you benefited as a woman, also as part of the recycling value chain?
Lerato, if I can speak around that, you know, even before I came into this space, we're already operating as a business on transport. There were trucks involved and tires involved that also led me to be interested in this space. This has just added onto that plate. Now we are a depot that does baling of tires. I think the vision would be to see ourselves at the end of the life cycle of a tire where we are manufacturing, producing products. I worked in the corporate environment for 13 years. When I went out and ventured into business as a woman, there were challenges. But I think that experience that I gathered over the years that I was working worked as well to my advantage when I went and opened new doors that I had never thought that I would open. But that didn't deter me to continue ending where I am today, which I don't think it is the destination. It is still moving forward.
Now, lastly, if there is a young woman like myself and yourself that's watching us right now and looking at you and thinking, oh, I'm so inspired by Mrs. Vangi, and I think I'm quite interested in getting into the type of industry and business that she's in, how would you advise that person to go about it?
You know, so I am available for anybody that would want to advice on business. We must share. That is how we grow.
Sis Vangi sibonga isikhathi sakho, and thank you for availing yourself to be somebody's mentor out there. I hope that somebody, hopefully a young woman, will approach you soon.
Lerato, thank you. Thank you for having me, and thank you for coming.
Junior, thank you so much for having us lapha kule depot yenu. Bengicela nje usitshele kabanzi ukuthi ispec senu sala sinjani.
Oh, thank you. We are sitting at the 1,000 square meters. The guys will take the tires, stack it in something like about 30 tires. The machine actually hooks the tires. From there, the guys will then open the machine, do the same process, feed the machine, run about 4 or 5 times. Then the machine will actually indicate that now I'm full, I have enough tires.
Yes.
From there, we just open the machine, we run the wires and then tie them up, lift the plate.
Right.
From there, it's a bale. The forklift comes in, takes out the bale, go puts it away.
Tell us a little bit about the restrictions that you have here at the depot.
It can only fit up to 3,000 tires.
Who are your suppliers?
We're receiving tires from the dealerships around the area, tires that are lying around in the township. So the guys, they pick up the tires and then they bring them through.
How much this depot has impacted the communities around here and the businesses that you are neighbors to?
We're creating jobs. You know, we're getting rid of the problems of the mosquitoes, the littering around. So we are actually creating a better environment for our children and the future.
Thank you so much for your time, Junior. It was very interesting talking to you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Bafethu, our hashtag is Have Your Say. Don't hesitate to link up with us on social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to share your green ideas, your comments, and to ask questions. We look forward to hearing from you. PHAKISA. The work done at depots is invaluable. You know, we should all take time to reflect on everything that we use and consume. And when you're done with that minute, you should then think about how to turn your waste into worth. Bagiti, that's all we have for you this week. So from myself, Lerato Za, and the PHAKISA team, we'll see you next week. Same time, same place, Kona Lapha ku SABC1. Mzansi for sure. And Mzansi ukhumbule ukuthi, let's keep the cycle going.